How many times have you seen a small business try to compete with a big brand by slashing prices or running a huge sale? It happens all the time, but here's the thing. Most of the time, it backfires. Today, we're diving into why that happens and what small businesses should be doing instead. And I came across this story recently that really illustrates this. It's about a small business owner, let's call her Diane, who had this beautiful boutique. She sold handmade, curated goods, had loyal customers, and was doing well. Not retire tomorrow well, but sustainable and steady. A big chain retailer opened up nearby, one of those massive stores with deep pockets and aggressive marketing. They started running these huge promotions, 50% off sales, buy one get one deals, all of it. Diane panicked. She thought, if I don't compete with them, I'm going to lose all my customers. She slashed her prices, offered free shipping on all her online orders, and even spent money on social media ads because she figured that's what the big brands do. For 6 weeks, she had her highest traffic ever. New customers were pouring in and sales were through the roof. But then the numbers came in. She had made more sales than ever before. But when she looked at her profit margins, she realized she had actually lost money. The free shipping was eating into her profits. The ads were attracting bargain hunters who bought once and never came back. And her loyal customers, the ones who had been paying full price for years, started waiting for sales instead of buying at regular prices. And here's the kicker. The big chain she was trying to compete with, they didn't even notice her. That massive promotion wasn't even aimed at her. It was just another Tuesday for them. Big brands operate on volume. They can afford to sell products at razor-thin margins or even take a loss because they're moving millions of units. They've got negotiating power with suppliers, sophisticated logistics systems, and years of brand recognition to fall back on. But small businesses, they run on margin. You can't lose $1 per sale and hope to make it up in volume when you're only selling a few hundred units a month. And it's not just about pricing, is it? It's also about marketing. Big brands can afford to spend millions on brand awareness campaigns that don't have an immediate return on investment. They're playing the long game, keeping their name in people's minds for years to come. But small businesses don't have that kind of runway. They need customers now, this month, this quarter. So when they try to mimic those brand awareness strategies, they're essentially investing in something they can't afford to hold. It's like trying to play chess when you're actually in a game of checkers. The strategies just don't translate. And here's the thing. Once you stop trying to play their game, you can start focusing on what small businesses do better than anyone else. Like building real, meaningful relationships with customers. That's something no big brand can replicate, no matter how much money they throw at it. A big brand might have a customer segmentation team and a CRM system, but you can pick up the phone and call a customer directly. You can know their name, their preferences, even their favorite product. That's a massive competitive advantage. And then there's the agility factor. Small businesses can pivot so much faster than big brands. If you see a trend or a gap in the market, you can respond in a week. A big brand might take months or even years because they've got committees, brand guidelines, and quarterly strategies to navigate. That agility is gold. And then there's the human factor. People are tired of faceless corporations. They want to buy from someone they trust, someone with a story, someone who feels real. Your story, your face, your voice. That's something no big brand can replicate. It's what makes small businesses so special. So instead of trying to copy the big guys, small businesses need to lean into those unique strengths. And there are so many practical ways to do that. Like handwritten notes. It's such a small thing, but it makes such a big impact. When was the last time you got a handwritten note from a big brand? Never. And that's the point. It's something only a small business can do. Another one is knowing your top 20 customers by name. and reaching out to them personally at least once a quarter. Not an email blast, a real message like a text or a voice memo. And ask for referrals directly. Not some complicated referral program with points and tiers, but just saying, hey, do you know anyone who might need what I offer? It's simple, but so effective. And then there's pricing. Small businesses should never try to compete with big box prices. Your price should reflect the relationship, the expertise, and the personal attention you provide. That's your value, and you need to name it. And finally, use your size as a feature, not a bug. We're small, so you get me. You get my full attention. You don't get a call center. That's a selling point, not a drawback. The bigger takeaway here is that we need to stop measuring ourselves by the big brand's ruler. Small businesses aren't just smaller versions of big companies. They're a completely different kind of business, with different strengths and different rules. When you try to play their game, you'll always lose because the rules are built around the resources. But when you play your game, when you lean into your relationships, your agility, your humanity, you become something they can't compete with. They can drop their prices, but they can't drop you. They can run a campaign, but they can't run the relationship you've built over years. So stop looking at what they're doing and asking, how do I match that? Start asking, what can I do that they never could? That's where your strategy lives, and that's where your growth lives. So if you've been guilty of copying the big brand playbook, it's okay. Now you know better. And knowing better means doing better. All right, let's wrap it up here. Take care of yourself and take care of your business. I'm Mo. Until next time.